Hi, welcome. Sammy here for Sammy's Tarot Astrology reading, and I am so happy to be here with you tonight. It's about 11:11 p.m. Eastern Time, so welcome, my love. It was just 11:11, and I was making a wish for you. So happy to be here with you tonight, and December 1st, it's a very exciting time. It is the first day of the last month of 2020, and I don't know about you, but I'm definitely feeling the lingering effects of the full moon in Gemini. Lots of ideas, lots of really positive change, and some beautiful things coming up, especially tomorrow, December 2nd, which I'm going to get into very soon. But first things first, let's drop in, let's meditate, take a few deep breaths together, and then we'll chant Om, and then we will talk about what's happening in the sky, here on Earth, and in our planetary body. And I was just thinking earlier today about how our solar system is sort of like just this big organism, an extension of our bodies, really, because if you think about how we interact with our environment, and even when it comes to the fact that there's all of these tiny microorganisms that live on our bodies, and that we help them survive and they help us survive, and really our skin is not the barrier of us and other. We are all one life form together, and we are part of the earth and our environment and each other, and that extends into the solar system. And so you think, hi, welcome, Emma, so good to have you here. I was just talking about how I was thinking earlier today about the fact that ourselves and our bodies are connected to our environment, not just like, if you think about like the microorganisms on our skin and the way we interact with our direct environment and the people around us, and how we are extensions of each other in a really tangible, physical way, and of the earth. And there's no real cutoff point, just like whatever it is that we think our skin might be, because there's even so many layers to that. And like, is it the inside of our skin? Is it the outside of our skin? The part, like the moon, the dark side of the moon or the bright side, where do I end and not I begin? There's really no point. And so our bodies, the solar system is a part of our body. We are one body, and the same way that our body has an organ system and a heart and lungs, the planets are organs that we interact with, and the way that we breathe affects the way that our heart beats, and the way that the planets move with each other exert all of these really powerful pulls on us, on our bodies and on our spirits. So just thinking about how we're all one body was kind of a nice meditation. If you're looking for something to meditate on, I highly recommend, it's delightful, meditating on imagining your body as including all of the planets. So let's take a few deep breaths together and do a brief chant before we talk any more about what's happening tomorrow, December 2nd, 2020. 1 2 1 2 2 2 0 2 0. Pretty fun. Okay, some deep breaths. Mm. That tone just makes me smile and feel like feels so kind of like I'm flying through fresh air or on a sled going down a hill and just seeing all of the snowflakes and their crystals catching the light. How does it feel to you to hear it? I would love to hear about that. So today we spend most of the day with the moon still in Gemini, but now the moon is in Cancer, and we spend some of the day with Mercury still in Scorpio, but now Mercury is in Sagittarius with the sun, and the sun in Sagittarius is in a trine, and it's in a trine with, the sun in Sagittarius, what is it making its trine with? With Mars in Aries. So we have that fire trine happening, and that is beautiful because Mars is about our ability to take actions and be bold and passionate. And the sun is who we are, our personality, our core identity. And so that means that there's a very nice alignment today, tonight, tomorrow, December 2nd is Wednesday, where it's going to be pretty easy for us to just take actions that are in line with our true selves, with fire. And at the same time, we have a beautiful trine that we've had today between Neptune in Pisces and Venus in Scorpio, and that is water. So we have the fire trine about taking action, and we have a water trine that connects the way we love deeply with the way we dream, like mystically. So our dreams and our visions and our intuition are allowing us to just love even more deeply. And the deeper we love, the more we're going to have those visions, and the more we're going to feel our dreams so vividly that they will unfold and come true, and they will flow from us. And tomorrow, what's even more exciting is that tomorrow we have a grand water trine. A grand trine is when you have a planet in each of the three elements, signs of a certain element. And so tomorrow, because the moon is moving into Cancer now, we have the moon in Cancer, making our emotions really sensitive and keen, and moon in Cancer is just a great place to be because our feelings are really pure. There's nothing really, what's the word? Nothing like compromising or adding any static or confusion or disruption or pollution to our emotions. Our emotions are going to be purely themselves. When you have the moon in other signs, our emotions might be very much tied to the things we want to do. Let's say you have the moon in Aries. Your emotions are going to be really in tune with your passion and the things that you care about and the things you want to do and create, and the way you interact with the world. Or if your moon is in Aquarius, your emotions might be connected to a certain eccentricity or a spaciness or some kind of bigger picture. But when the moon is in Cancer, our emotions are very simple. They are just whatever it is that we are present with in our immediate environments, whatever things have been running through our minds or our hearts recently are going to be just placed before us, like on the surface of the water. Like if they just, all of the things on the bottom of the water just floated to the top, and and the water became very calm and still, and we could just see everything that's down there for what it is. So our emotions are going to be pure, and our love, Venus is going to be deep Scorpio and transformative, and our dreams, Neptune in Pisces, which is very evolved and very flexible and very spiritual. So we have the ability to really feel what's going on and not get distracted from our dreams, and to feel, for most of our feelings to be directed to love, or to our imagination of what we most desire. So the things that we have that we love, or the things that we desire that we don't yet have, but are going to be able to feel and see clearly and be able to move towards. And the things that we do have that we love, we'll be able to really enjoy and feel them. We'll be able to feel love tomorrow very easily. So that Grand Water Trine tomorrow, if you have anything anything in your life related to love that you have on your to-do list, tomorrow is a great day to say things that you've been wanting to say to people that you care about, to be really loving and gentle with yourself, and to just trust that you are lovable, and that it's possible to feel the things that you dream of feeling. Now let's pull some cards. And as I pull this bag out, it's a great opportunity to take some deep breaths. And to become open to love, open to peace, and open to joy, and open to these three cards bringing us perfectly into alignment with love and peace and joy. Where in actuality, we really always are, and any feelings otherwise are not real or permanent. They are just temporary illusion. Oh, did you see the way? I hope you said that. That card literally jumped and flipped out of the deck. So we're going to pause for a moment to acknowledge her. This beautiful magician, this amazing card here where you have a witch. She's standing amidst all of these lush flowers. They're coming from the ceiling, from the ground. She has the symbol for infinity above the crown of her head. She has a sword, a cup, and a wand, and a pentacle on what looks like a natural table of crystals. And she's got one finger pointing down toward the earth and one pointed up toward the sky. Magician is card 1. It is the beginning of creativity and vision, and having all the tools you need to create magic, and to create the things that you desire for yourself and others and in this world. So It is a time of magic right now. And it's funny because the title of this video tonight that I put in was Tomorrow is Pure Magic, and that was based on two things. It was based on the Grand Water Trine that's happening tomorrow between the moon in Cancer, Venus in Scorpio, and Neptune in Pisces, as well as the fact that we have a trine between Mars in Aries and the Sun in Sagittarius, and the fact that Mercury is now in Sagittarius with the Sun. So we have this water trine that's giving us the ability to feel deeply and love fully and dream with vision. And at the same time, we also have our actions really in alignment with who we are, and a lot of fire and passion in the way we communicate those ideas and take those actions. So tomorrow is a very magical day. And here we have the Magician. And also that powerful day that we have tomorrow on Wednesday, even if those alignments start to change once the moon progresses further through Cancer and eventually goes into Leo, whatever we do tomorrow, we can carry that forth. Those effects can linger in those things that we start tomorrow in that magical trine. Even once the trine is gone, the actions that we take tomorrow will last, and the magic will continue flowing from that moment. Sort of like the light of distant stars. When it reaches us, we don't really know even what's happening at the point that originally made that light, however many millions or billions of years ago, but that light is touching us now, and it's the effects of tomorrow's trine will linger forward. Okay, well, we have the Magician, and we have these two piles I cut. So why don't we pick one more card from each of these two and see where that takes us. Over here, we have the Ten of Wands. How beautiful. Remember this card from last night, our third card last night? Or our second card last night, was it? I think it was our third card. We have the Ten of Wands here. It's a card of having already completed a lot of hard work, taking a lot of powerful actions, and being somewhat burdened by all that we've created and the fact that certain things are left undone, but it is a very cheery and happy card. And even though there might be some strain, it's the best kind of strain. It's the strain of holding a pile of Christmas presents in your arms that you're about to put down under the tree. It might be heavy, it might not be physically easy, but it's fun and it's beautiful, and it's a gift. It's gifts being given. So you have so much that you have created, and you are very close to setting that down and being able to just celebrate. But also, it's great to enjoy knowing that the weight that you are carrying is a beautiful weight, and it's actually a miracle that we get to feel that weight with these bodies, and that we're able to hold that weight, and all the amazing things we can create and share. Our last card for tonight, the Tower. So here you have a dark and stormy night, lightning bolts, a crown falling from the top of a tall tower that is on fire. And we do have that a lot of fire activity. The sun is in Sagittarius and Mars is in Aries, but I think more than the fieriness of this card, I think it's also just a reminder that if you look at it in light of the Ten of Wands and with the Magician, let's see. Creation. Lindsay! Oh my goodness, Lindsay Marie is here. Hi, it's so good to have you here. We just pulled the third card. I'll show you what the first two are, and if you have any observations, I always would love to hear it. So our first card, this card jumped out of the deck on its own while we were shuffling, just like flew out of there, and it was the first card of the reading, the Magician, which is so beautiful. She is a amazing, powerful witch. It is the first card after the Fool, but it's the first card of creativity, and it's kind of beautiful that the first card in the deck, before anything else has happened, already she has all of the tools around her, and the symbol of infinity right above her, connected to the earth and the sky with all of the elements. Then we got the Ten of Wands, which is about having, oh, I'm so happy you were called in. The Ten of Wands, which is about having a heavy burden, but it's a beautiful burden because it's a burden of your creativity and the actions you've taken and how much amazing activity and amazing creativity you've had and all that you've made, but that there's still further to go, and that it's a lot to carry, but that it's something beautiful to be carrying. It's not a bad burden, it's a good burden, and that you're very close to delivering a lot of value with your creations. And then we pulled the Tower card, and I was looking at the three of them together and just thinking how there is sort of like this similarity between the Magician and the Tower. For the Tower, something's falling down, something is being destroyed, people are being disrupted, and things are ending. But the message of the Tower is that some things need to be destroyed for other things to be created, and it's part of the cycle. It's not something to be afraid of, that it's natural. And I think also it's a reminder to, when we're building and creating things, to think about what happens as they build, and that the foundations on which something is built will always carry through towards the heights. So when we're casting a spell, when we're making a vision, or when we are bringing our gifts or taking actions to share them, that we do so from a place that's connected to the earth and to the heavens, because if it's not, then it's probably not going to be very steady, and that's okay. And it's human to build things that might not always turn out the way we think, and if they fall down, it's okay. We can always rebuild, because we always have all of the tools we need, and we have a lot of strength. That's okay. So here are the three cards. If anyone has any observations or feelings, feel free to share them. But yeah, I think it's a reminder that even when things are falling down, you still have all the tools of the Magician, and at the center of the reading is the message that you have so much to give, and that you are strong enough to continue bearing your gifts. So there you have it for tonight. I hope that resonated, or maybe helped you in some way. Let me know. Let me know if you have any more questions. Thoughts, feelings, or questions are always welcome. And so now why don't we get comfortable, and I'm going to take a few deep breaths and chant Om, the universal oneness, and then we'll listen to this amazing sound bowl that has a tone that just sounds like heavenly and sweet. So let's do that together. Okay. I felt that one go through my body. Thank you so much for being here tonight, everyone who's watching. If you're on now, or if you're watching at any point later on YouTube, I hope that everyone has a really beautiful night, that you enjoy tomorrow, December 2nd, Wednesday, the Grand Water Trine happening between the moon and Venus and Neptune, which are all exactly going to be 120 degrees apart from each other, making this big triangle of love and harmony and vivid dreaming and emotional attunement and deep loving. And so enjoy tomorrow. Have a beautiful night. Lots of love.